I just discovered this hawk back in my backyard maybe 5 minutes ago. The mourning dove that it has now killed was alive and moving. Then I couldn't get my damn camera to work for a while. Wow. So it's been going on a while. The whole death throes of the mourning dove were very gentle, slow. I don't know if I've ever seen that hawk. I normally only see them from underneath when they're flying, but I know there's one hawk around that is missing a couple of feathers this year. Oh my God. Well, I do love the little mourning doves that come around. They're so shy. They're the shyest of all the birds. I wonder if it was actually eating at my bird feeder and that's how the hawk found it. Or they actually don't eat at the feeder because they're too big, but they do come around maybe to use the water. I don't know. They're so shy, I don't really get to watch them that much. But I have had some lesser hawks twice come and take a bird off my other bird feeder. Pretty dramatic. One time it flew into my slider window as I was standing on the other side of it. I didn't know it was coming. I was just watching the birds, and then boom, this other guy came in and grabbed somebody and took off. Wow. This is Boulder, Colorado. It is May 21st. We had an exceedingly late cold snow. I planted garden plants, a whole bunch of them for the first time this year. Food, and I think I'm probably gonna have to replace like $100 worth of them. I don't know, we'll see. But now I got this drama in real life right here in the backyard. Poor little mourning dove. That hawk's eyes just look so feral. Well, I'm glad a hawk is getting a good meal on a day like this. These are the ways of the world. I've eaten meat in the last week, and the way I procured it was far less noble. So who am I to talk, right? I think at first the hawk was aware of me peeking through the window. That's why it turned the other way, because it was facing this way. Wow, look at that. Wow. Jeez. Poor little dove. Maybe not. Maybe she's just fulfilling her purpose in the chain of ecosystem. Wow. It's funny, I was going to walk in the backyard and check on my plants, and I just decided it's probably a lost cause. And then I came in here to just peek at this other bird feeder I have right here. And boom, I saw the hawk, and its one feather was out, all splayed weird, and I thought, oh, that just seems weird. Maybe it's hurt. And then, it took me a few minutes to register what was going on, because it was standing on the mourning dove the whole time. Oh, baby. I did notice it was plucking it a little. You know, this is maybe the 5th time ever I've seen a bird get in it. Well, it's no more than that. But one of the most dramatic times I ever saw it was 3 years ago. I was in the 2 years ago. I was in the Boundary Waters, or no, 3 years ago, and me and my friend were on a canoe, and we had a friend with us on the kayak, and I didn't see it at first, but this bald eagle came out of the sky, grabbed a seagull that was also flying below it, and took the seagull down to the water and choked. We could see it, like its talons pulsing, like it was choking, and then it kept hold of it with its talons and paddled its way to the shore with its wings. And then once it got on the shore, there was another bald eagle up in a tree right near there. And then once it got on the shore, it plucked it. And by that time we had floated, far enough away we didn't see what happened next. But that was really dramatic. And then another time, I think the first time I saw a bird take another bird was in Boulder over by 28th and Pine or something, Spruce. It was like a lesser hawk. It took I forget what it was. And then there were the 2 that happened at my bird feeder. There was the eagle. I guess that's it. And I've read about it in a couple of books, like in The Education of Little Tree. He tells a story about a bird taking another bird. And I think I read it in some other book too. Yeah. The first time I saw it happen, I didn't ever know that happened, so I was very surprised. Well, I hope this little mourning dove doesn't have a mate. Or if she does, that I don't know, do they mate for life? I've buried some birds in that backyard already. Like I just found a dead one once, and so I guess I'll bury whatever remains are left. What a beautiful hawk. Looks like she's gold. What a powerful legs. I think she knows I'm watching out. I found a dead hawk in the road in Longmont the other week on the overpass over by that hardware store near 3rd and whatever street that is. Yeah, just part of a dead hawk in the middle of the road. It's, I bet it was, the road comes up high, and so the hawk was probably flying high in the air, but then I bet it was like a tall semi or something that just hit it and kept rolling. I pulled it out. It had probably been there who knows how long. It was all greasy, and tried to save some feathers, but they were too dirty. I brought them home, and they didn't really clean up. It makes me sad that people can do that and not stop and, I don't know, at least get it out of the road. Save scavengers from death. Looks like those hawk's tail feathers are kind of bedraggled, or maybe it's just wet. Oh, is the mourning dove still moving? No. Look at that, how she or he put her tail feathers all together like that. One time I found a magpie that had gotten, I guess, probably hit by a car. It was near the road on Lehigh on Shanahan Ridge, and it's like its tailbone was snapped and it couldn't raise its tail, like, to get out of, to get in flight. And so I did what I thought was the right thing, which is I put it in my garage and I put it under a laundry basket, and I left the garage gapped open a little in case it had a mate. I was thinking the mate could come and, I don't know what I was thinking. But in the morning, the poor little guy had had such a terrible night, I'm sure, trying to get that laundry basket from over him. And it was moved all askew, but he was still in there. And then I took it to, like, Birds of Prey place, but a little bit east of Lafayette, Colorado, out there, or near Broomfield. And I'm guessing, I forgot if I knew what happened. I think maybe I did know, and I called, and they had put it down because it was just, it needed spinal surgery or something that they don't do on birds. But I kind of have regrets that I maybe should have done something different with it. I don't know. Or maybe just left it where it was and just watched it. I knew if it was probably out in the wild at night, it would get taken by a predator, which I guess, I don't know, just when cars kill animals, I just find that so senseless. Such a waste. Such a effed up thing that people think just because they're in a big giant car, they don't have to worry about a small creature. That its life doesn't mean anything when you're in a car. I'm glad I didn't walk out in the backyard and stop this, because then the mourning dove might have been injured, the hawk might have not come back. Oh, it would have been a really big disaster. I think it's a mourning dove. Oh my goodness. Plucking. Doubt it if that mourning dove was here because of my water or food, and because they can eat like the seeds that fall on the ground, those big birds. Man. Oops, sorry. Wow. I don't know if I need to film it to the end, but way to start the day. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. Does he only have 3 tail feathers? That can't be right. Or is it? Well, I wish you'd turn around and let me see what else is going on. Get out of the way. Got out my tripod at first, which would have made this a lot better, but then my damn thing said it couldn't record HD because blah de blah, and I had to plug it into my laptop in order to erase pictures because I couldn't remember how to do it the other way. Frustrated with technology. You know, whatever happened to the old Pentax K1000? You get it out, it always works. It's manual, you don't have technology, freaking computer BS in it. Thank you for turning around. Wow, I wonder how that takedown went down. So then I was too flustered to like put it back on the tripod because I just wanted to get filming. So now my arm's sore. Wow. Looks like that meal's gonna go on for a while. I haven't seen it in about a year, but there's been a fox around this neighborhood. One time last summer, I was up really early, and I happened to be sitting out on my outdoor chair with both dogs next to me, little dogs, and I saw the fox coming through the backyard, and so I was able to hold my dogs and not let them scare the fox. I even leave my little gate between the backyard and the front open all the time in case the fox wants to come through. Keep it easier.